Hey everybody, it is time for the last floor of the Tower of Champions, floor 40. The party I have here is Alice Ascended, Gabby, New Year's evolved form, Dory evolved, and Uri Heaven Transcended form. And once again, thanks to Kraken for helping me out. I could not do this without you, so thanks again for the loaners. So if you don't remember, you really do want to have ideally a party that can handle both gimmicks here. That's why my old NA party, you see I had double Arthurs. I'm sure that made things a little bit, not a lot more easier. But I did have a Mundus and a Lucy, which only takes care of one of the abilities. And the damage walls, as you might see, don't hurt that much. So, I mean, you don't want to constantly hit them, but they are manageable, at least compared to other levels. So, it's not a must. And of course, not having gravity barriers just means you don't have the mobility that you would like. This first stage is just like a Kala. You need to take care of those specters before they revive each other. Although this one, you do get a little bit leeway because they won't necessarily for sure revive each other. Just they will revive a random 2. And that light specter in the middle is a pain in the butt because it will drop the bump combo locks. And so you want to try and clear the stage without being locked by your bump combo, because I'm pretty sure that the party you're bringing here, they have pretty good bump combos. And I'm gonna try and, yeah, this might be a little too much. Yeah, because Alice has that status recovery, so I kind of forgot about that. So I recovered Gabby, and she was able to punch out her bum combo and kill the minion there. I probably should have gotten that gold heart. Oh well, lessons learned. Same thing here. You want to take care of those 2 diagonal specters at the same time, so then you can move on. So you really do want to clear out the minions as much as possible. Now, of course, if you mess up, accidentally kill one of the specters, they will revive those minions upon death. But you know, this is an annoying level for sure. And I'm pretty sure, I feel like I remember that I used a strike shot in my NA version, maybe, just because, you know, eventually it gets frustrating, so you know, you just want to get out of there. Well, this is pretty good progress. We have half of those minions down, and you know, don't forget that if you do happen to bring an Alice, that will help with these status afflictions. And I think Uri was in the perfect position there to take out both of those specters, so luckily this didn't drag on. I mean, this level has the potential to drag on a lot, and I know in my failed runs before this, there were definitely a bunch of runs where I just slogged through this level for so long. But right. So unfortunately we cleared at the same time of clearing the light specter, so everybody was bump combo locked. But that's alright. For here, we want to try and make sure that you focus on the boss, because if you kill the element of Babel on the bottom right, you will die. Let's just make it clear there. So try and focus your damage on the real Babel. Taking care of the bump combos if they're in a inopportune position. So in particular, we're going to be careful about Gabby here, because that static electricity laser will do a ton of damage if it's in if she's right up against that element of Babel. And of course, the damage that these guys produces are no joke. If you have the opportunity to use a strike shot, do not hesitate, because as you saw, your HP can just disappear in seconds. And luckily hit Dory there to get a little bit of HP with Alice's recovery status skill. Of course, both Gabby and Alice are going to be limited mobility wise, so we're going to make sure to keep that in mind as you move around. Dory, strike shot maybe? No? Okay. And unfortunately, Gabby was a little bit too far away to hit Babel there. So we're coming to the wire here. Both, because that element of Babel is really low on HP, so get unlucky with a bomb combo even. That could be GG there. But Alice should be able to do it since she's right up against the weak spot. Yes. And luckily that, well, it probably wouldn't matter because we cleared the stage, but luckily that gravity barrier stopped Alice from going any further and dealing more damage. Alright, so this stage, if you remember the earlier floor, you want to take down the Dark Spectre to drop the damage of everybody here, and killing the Light Spectre will drop the defense of these guys. And you don't want to take too long because that bottom right counter is a pretty strong attack. I don't think it's a one-hit KO if you have enough HP, but better to be safe than sorry, so try and clear him within that counter. And don't forget that there are blocks in the middle of this stage, so don't expect to do too much damage if you're a Pierce type, or at least sling properly so that you take advantage of those blocks if need be. Definitely was going for the bump combo there with Gabby and Uri, so that worked out pretty well. And hopefully we get rid of that Dark Spectre soon so we get that defense down. There we go. Because there is that big one-way laser. Yeah, I mean that did 12,000 even with the defense or the attack down. Just imagine if that was full strength. Not good. Alright, so we're good here. Off to the boss stages. 40 turns. This is got a lot of nice gimmicks here for this last run. So we got the Viseron and the I forget what the other name was, but if you do have dupes, make sure you take out the top right guy as soon as possible because he will fire that poison mist that can't hurt. And you also want to get rid of the hands. I feel like the left hand is the one you really want to get rid of first, but I'll be honest, I don't remember. I'll just look it up while the video is going. But definitely the later stages, the hands will become an important thing to deal with properly. But I think this first stage is not too bad. Oh, just short. It's alright. And the important thing to remember is that the weak point can be at Babel's heart. And when it is in that position, it is a, I guess, super weak point. It does 5 times as much damage than usual, so if you can take advantage of some bump combos, that would be a great time to deal out good damage. Alright, so this stage, first turn, you know, you've got some time to dish out damage onto Babel. He does go into counter mode, and that will fire off an X laser. Let's see, right hand, which is the bigger hand, will do a defense down, whereas the left hand, the smaller hand, will do a defense up. So just like the previous, what was it, 33? You want to time out your paths so that you hit the defense up first, and then you go eventually hit the defense down, which allows you to do major damage to Babel. And this is the point where I talk about the Babel's heart being the weak point. I mean, it is smaller, but if you can dish damage like Gabby did right there, you can output a lot of damage, which is the prime reason I requested Gabby's appearance in this stage. But looks like we were unfortunate there with the ordering for the defense modifiers. Ended with a defense up, so that's not good. But again, you know, don't avoid, you know, nuking those right hands because they are your friends. You want to get rid of the left hand as soon as possible, but easier said than done for sure. And of course you want to make sure you pay attention to that top number that started out as an 11, and of course Big numbers is bad news if you let them hit 0. It looks like they do about 60k worth of damage, so looks like you can survive it, but of course, you know, if Babel is angry or just you lose a lot of HP before then, that could easily be the end of the journey here. Alright, probably just, alright, going for the heals here, pick up the hearts. And luckily the bomb combo was able to activate the defense down towards the end, so we got some extra damage that way. And we got 2 turns left, so alright, we cleared that, no problem. Alright, so positioning here for this next stage is pretty important. If your monster's in the right spot, you can take out all of those right hands as soon as possible. Gabby's in a pretty good spot to do good amount of damage. I did take out the left hand first, which will move around and can deal a lot of damage, but the right hands now, they will fire one-way lasers horizontally, which also do a good amount of damage, so taking them out as soon as possible is pretty important. And luckily I think Gabby was in that prime spot to deal a lot of bump combo damage. I mean, actually everybody's in a really good position, so luckily this oh ouch, this stage doesn't look like it'll be an issue, but actually that was a lot of damage right there. Alright, so actually that went really smoothly, which is great. And now we're off to the last stage. So now this, you have 2 options. You can go gung-ho, deal damage. I am, let's see which path I went with. I think I went with the gung-ho damage, let's kill. But let's see. What did past me do? Yep. Alright, going gung-ho. We're gonna go crazy here. No, okay, that probably wasn't as gung-ho damage as I would have liked. Yeah, look, I mean, look at that, how much is left. And if you take notice that the one that was left over does not have a skull on it, so it won't be giving me any HP relief, but time to get serious here, because Gabby will do the strike shot, even though I kind of didn't get that straight. Ideally I would have liked to be straight there and do a lot of damage on the weak point, but I guess I flubbed it a little to the left. But the important point here is that the weak point's in the middle, so I want to nudge Gabby a little bit towards the right so that her bump combo can get to it, and luckily it did. 1.5 million damage, great. And another 900k from Dory. And whew, Uri cleaning off, because the gravity attack that will reduce your HP to 4 was coming next. And ideally, if you went with the strategic route, you would keep those hands up so that you can put the damage or healing walls up afterwards and heal yourself, or pray for some heart luck. But yeah, pretty lucky there, pretty sloppy at the end, honestly, but hey, 40 orbs, and that is actually why I was able to do the 3rd day of the Kansha Gacha. And that means for the first time ever, I have unlocked the Jades on top of the Tower of Champions. Yahoo! Now, unfortunately, I didn't really, even though it said there was 3 days left there. Of course, by the time this video is uploaded, it's already closed and gone, but I really didn't feel like doing the Jades just yet. So maybe next time, we'll see. But climbing the Tower of Champions is tough enough as it is. So yeah, that's it for the Tower of Champions this month. Hopefully next month is smooth sailing. I did get a bunch of new monsters with the Kansha Gacha, so maybe they'll come in handy there. But thanks for watching all the way up to floor 40. Probably no more tower videos unless something super interesting happens. But we'll see if I can get a scroll from I doubt it. 25 Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have enough monsters for that, but maybe in the future it'll happen. So until that happens, thank you for watching, and we'll get some other videos up in the meantime. So until then, bye bye.